Yeah, hello and welcome to PNG Tech Labs. And in our today's video, we are going to see the continuity of our previous project, that is MFC ListBox. So in part one, we completed the following, let me show you. So this is the dialog that we created in our part one video where we created a text box and a combo box and a list box. In the list box, we are going to, we added names by typing. So here, I added a title like Doctor, Miss or Mrs. or Mister, and then I added name. So when I clicked add, so it automatically added in our list box. So I'll add one more name, Smitha. So I added one more name. So the problem here is that when I click OK and when I click and I try to open the display again, my values are not getting stored. Okay, so my values are not getting stored. So this is a problem that we face. So let's come up with an idea like how to store the names, that is the list box values in our project. Okay, so a dialog class object gets created once the dialog opens, and it automatically gets deleted when the all the data in the dialog gets deleted when the dialog gets closed. Whereas this document, which is open, that is the application that is opened, will get deleted only when the entire project is being closed. So let's make use of that idea. Like I'm going to create an array. And this array is going to get created in, I'm going to create this array in the document class so that uh, I'm going to store all these values of this list box inside that document array. So we will be in by doing that, we will be able to retrieve the datas continuously without loss. So I'm showing you the completed project here. So list view, let me add this page now, add Mr. Robert, add, okay. So now I added two values for items. So when I click OK and then go back to list view, you can see that our names are getting retrieved. So let's do that step by step. Let's understand how this is being done. So I'm going to close this as well and this as well. Okay. And here our dialog that we are dealing now is our dialog 2, that is IDD dialog 2, right? So let me, and the corresponding class of this is clist display dot cpp. So I'm going to this document file. So to locate the document file, let me open project solution explorer. Sorry, new solution explorer. Here we for our project files. So here in that I need to select MFC application doc. So here I need to access the header file. So I'm going to toggle to the header. So I'm going to declare a public array. So to declare an array in MFC, we declare it using the name C array, and I need to open arrow brackets inside that. I'm going to say what type of array that I'm going to create. So here my type is of C string, and this is how you need to declare. And I'm going to close the arrow brackets. Then I'm going to name the array as names. Names str array. Names str array. So we have created a array. We have created an array uh, in the document file. So next, I'm just going to navigate to the, I'm just going to copy this entire thing, what we created, and I'm going to jump to the display, that is our dialogs class. So here, from here, I'm going to toggle to the header. So in this header, I'm just, going to just paste it here, what we have done. So this is a local array, and what we created previously is an array that is present on the document. While we do this project, you will understand it better why we have differentiated into two different arrays. So next, what we will do is that let me open my view. My view is from where I'm going to open this dialog. So as we see here, we created a dialog from the by using the class name of the dialog, and then if dialog.do when if dialog.do model is triggered, then our dialog will get opened. And when the bracket ends here, the dialog will get closed. So at these 2 points, while opening and closing our dialog, I'm going to do two things here. One is I'm going to copy all the document array values to the dialog array values. And while the dialog gets closed, I'm just doing the reverse. That is, I'm going to copy the entire mm, dialog array values to our document array values. To do that, uh, just I'm going to call our document. I'm going to get access to our document. So to do that, I'm going to create a pointer. So for that, I'm going to just get the name of our document. Here we have, just going to copy this, paste it here. So I created a document pointer called PDOC that points to the current document. So after getting this, yes, so I'm going to create the dialog object, and then here is the place where I'm going to copy the entire um, array from our document to our dialog. So to do that, I'm just going to use this dialog. Let me name it in a valid name like list dialog. List dialog to model. So list dialog dot name string array that we created, name string array that we created dot copy. Copy from where I'm going to copy the entire documents array to the list box array. Hope you understand this, what we have done. So the array from the document is copied to list dialogues names array. So this is while before opening the project, and while closing, I'm just going to reverse this. I'm just going to copy entire thing here. And I'm going to rename this list to list dialog. So hope you got some understanding on it. Let me save this project. Now I need to, I'm going to go to this list display here. So as of now, we have transferred all the data from our document array to our dialog array. But the problem is here is that there is no data um, in our array. So because we have not added any data in our document array, so or the list array. So initially the no values will get displayed. So what we will do here is that so after transferring all the data, so if in case let's consider that there is some data inside the document array. So after what we have done is before the dialog gets opened, we transferred all the data from our document array to our list dialog array. So in order to display those values, display the names on the dialog, we need to do we need to do something like we need to initialize the dialog. We need to initialize the dialog uh, in order to um, display display the data on the dialog. For doing that, I'm going to add a function called onInit. So it's initialize function. So it's available on project as wizard. Here, you need to click virtual functions in the class wizard, and you need to check for onInit. OnInit dialog. So here we have. So once I add that, we can see that I need to click apply, close. So we can see that onInit dialog has been created, inside which I'm going to do add some code. So what I will do here is that I'm going to create a variable int I. So I'm going to get the size from using this I, I'm going to get the size of our um, dialogues array. So name string, therefore we have name string array dot get size. So now my let me name it a reasonable name like array size. Okay, so okay, this array size is it here. So so now let's assume that we have some values in our dialogues array that is being retrieved from our document array. And here I'm going to use a for loop equal to 0. So I'm going to loop through this. So I less than array size. Let's say that if there is no values, the array size will be 0. So, yes. And then I'm going to open it. So what should I do? I need to add string, add the I need to add if there are values present in my name list array, I need to uh, display those array names in our list box. So I need to get the name of our list control. So here the name of our list control is name list. I have to copy this name list, add string. Okay, add string of name string, right? Get get the positions, index positions value. Okay. So here we need to end with the simple. Okay, finally, in order to apply this, in order to show the values on the, in order to replicate this changes on my dialog, I need to use update data. Data, and I need to use false. Okay, this is for sending the data from the variables to the list box. Okay. So let me save this project until what we have done. Next, let me check whether it works. Here we go. Our application got opened. Now let me click the list display. Mr. Vikram. And okay. When I click that again, no, it's not being displayed because uh, we uh, we are able to collect the data. As I said, there is no data initially, so the data will get reflected only when we start adding the data inside the list box. So we need to do some changes in this add um, button. So let me locate that add button first. So when I click this dialog and double click on this add, it will take me to the place where this add function is being declared here. Let me add some code for this add. Right. So this is the place where we are displaying the names on the list. At this point, I need to also add the names on my uh, array also. For that, names. I want to call the name string array dot add. What I'm going to add is that I'm going to add the same name list inside here. Okay, right. So we have done, and then finally we need to update the data again in order to reflect data to false. Oh, so what happens here is that our name list array it's incremented. I mean, the values are being added inside the name list array. And let's check whether it's being reflected or not. I know. Here we go, and we got our tools list display, miss, Sheena, add. Okay, let me add one more item. Mr. Peter, add. Okay, now I'm going to click list display. Here we go. We got our values without getting deleted. So now let's delete and see. Let's delete this, delete. Okay, I deleted the second one, that is Peter, and clicked OK. Now when I click list display, our Peter is not being displayed. This is because we have not done changes for this delete function. So let's do some changes. Let's add some code for the delete also in order to delete uh, from the array. So I'm going to close this again. I'm going to locate. I'm going to again come back to this dialog, and I'm going to locate where this delete function is being declared. Yeah, here we have our delete function, inside which I'm going to add some code. Right. For hitting the name, first I need to check whether I'm able to first delete the names in our list using our cursor select. Whereas in the name string array, we need to first check whether the selected item matches with the existing item in our string. That is our array. So only after that we will be able to delete. For that, I need to get the name. I need to get the uh, item. That is the name that is being selected. For that, I'm going to create a pointer, ListBox pointer. ListBox. See ListBox pointer. Plist. I'm going to name it as plist equal to open brackets ListBox. And this is how you need to get access to the dialog item. So you can get dialog item, and I need to get the dialog item using the ID. So I need to check what is the ID of our list box. Our list box ID is IDC list one. So I'm going to just paste it here and enter the column, semicolon. Right. And then here, let me leave as it is. Let me leave the next step as it is. And then if any value exists, that is, if any value exists when selected, that is, if you're selected an appropriate name to delete, then this if condition will be satisfied, inside which I'm going to create two names. Like, let me bring this out here. Create as this. Go to this next line. Here I'm going to declare C string that is list item selected. So list item selected, and I'm going to create another variable that is array item. List item, and second one is array item. Now, there are to get the list item, the text of the list item, I'm going to again make use of this pointer arrow get text. get text of index I, and I need to store this. Get text of index I. I need to store this to the C string value that we created. That is our item select. Right. So now, so we have got the text of our item selected. So now I need to run a for loop inside which I'll be able to check whether the selected list item matches with the list item of my array. So to do that, I'm going to create a for loop and let me name this as selected. Name this as j equal to 0, j less than name string array. Dot get size of size j plus plus. Okay, and I'm going to open and close the bracket inside which I'm going to check if before that I'm going to use this array item. I'm going to transfer this using append. Going to transfer the value from our list item so index value to our array item. Append called means string array. String array dot get size. Then string array get app. Right. Select now. So now our value of the corresponding value is being transferred here into our array item. So now it's time to check if another if statement inside which I'm going to use if array item equal to list item selected. List item selected. Then name string array. I'm going to use this name string array. I need to delete that corresponding name. Dot. Going to delete the corresponding value from that index point. Okay. And what happens here is that if once the name is being detected and deleted from the array, uh, again, the for loop may be triggered. Okay, in order to skip that, I'm going to uh, make use of a flag or a bool. I'm going to create a bool variable called is deleted, and I'm going to set it as false. Here, I'm going to copy this bool variable here, and here in the place where I'm going to check, I'm going to make another bracket. I'm going to check another condition, that is using AND operator. Here, it's deleted. It's not deleted. So I'm going to use a not operator. So if the value matches, if here the value matches between the array item and the list selected item, and also if not deleted, that is true. If not false means it is true, only then it will allow. And here I will remove that particular name from the array, and then I will set the is deleted to true. So next time when it goes through the loop, it will become false, but it is not true. So only once this deletion will happen. So that's it. We have completed our code. So let me save this project and let me check whether there is any errors. So let me run through this code. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake here. It should be J. Let me stop this project. Yes, I think it's fine now. Your project is getting opened. Yes. So we have our project here. Let me click tools, listed display. Miss Sheena and Dr. John add. Okay, let me go back to display, delete this, delete. Let me check. Okay, so the problem here is that I deleted the corresponding name from that list. So before getting that item, so here I'm going to just cut this and paste it after getting the list item. I'm going to delete this string there. So I think, hope it should work here. Let me save the project. Here we go. And here we go. And let's check this display. Add doctor. Okay, let me open it again. Let me click this, delete. Okay, let me click OK and open it again. Fine. So our data members, that is data items, are getting deleted properly. Hope you like this project. Thank you and meet you again with a different project.